Hey guys, welcome to my WWE Smackdown live review for March 7th, 2017. Had a pretty standard episode of Smackdown Live. Not really a great episode. I would probably call it slightly good, just an average episode. Definitely, Raw is definitely in competition for the best show this week. I'm not sure which one was exactly it. Once I recap SmackDown, I'll give you guys my answer at the end of the review. But let's get started. So SmackDown Live kicked off recapping what Randy Orton did to Bray Wyatt last week, burning down the Wyatt compound and actually turning on Bray Wyatt. So Shane and Daniel Bryan come out and, they kick things off, head to the ring. Shane says they've been dealing with controversy between, AJ Styles and Randy Orton in the WWE Championship for the past few weeks. And Daniel said he thinks the opportunity should go to Randy. Shane thinks it should go to AJ Styles. Now, Daniel says he and Shane don't always agree on things, but Daniel said that it's tradition that the Royal Rumble winner should be in the main event of WrestleMania. Randy won the match and earned that opportunity. Shane says that is true, but nobody has ever given up the opportunity like Randy Orton did. Shane says he wishes he knew Randy Orton's motives early on, but they winded up having a battle royal with a controversial finish, leading to a one-on-one match to determine the number one contender, and AJ Styles earned the right to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Daniel said they thought that they had it settled until Randy Orton sent their plans up in a blaze, literally. Daniel said he doesn't approve of Randy's actions, but he should be in the main event of WrestleMania. So the only way they could think to settle it is to have Randy face off against AJ in the main event tonight, and the winner would go on to face Bray at WrestleMania. So this kind of cleared up a few things as to why Randy still gets to keep his shot against Bray. Even though he gave it up, it's tradition that the winner of the Royal Rumble goes on to WrestleMania, and, by Randy Orton giving it up, he would have to earn the right back. So, I guess that's their reasoning for doing this. And, we'll talk about the main event match in a little bit. So, backstage, Shane and Daniel were walking away or to their office or whatever they were going. AJ walks up to him and doesn't let them talk. He says he's trying to stop them from making a huge mistake, but he's just going to have to make the best of a bad situation and take out Randy Orton. He's not afraid of a little fire and a viper, and he's not afraid of either one of them. They're slowly building, they're slowly leading up to the AJ Styles Shane match that's been rumored. I see it happening. Shane keeps getting shots thrown at him, even though he's defending AJ Styles, which is, I guess, is going to lead to a match. I can't really see how they're going to build it right now. Like, I see that AJ is pissed, and based off of the main event, I'm sure he's even more mad than he was before. So, we'll see how they're going to do the match. I really don't want to see him face Shane. After the year that AJ's had, I just don't think, and that's no shot at Shane McMahon, but I think AJ should be doing bigger and better things at WrestleMania than just facing Shane McMahon. So, after that, we got a mixed tag match. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus Carmella and James Ellsworth. I can't even say his name anymore. That's how irrelevant he is now. I can't even say his name. We all knew what was going to happen here. Pretty much the story here, nothing really to the match. Of course, Cena and Nikki won. If they didn't, then there would have been a problem. They hit their finishers at the same time. They did the 5-knuckle shuffle together, and Cena did the AA, and Nikki did the Rack Attack 2.0, and then they put them both in the STF, and they tapped out. But the story here was that The Miz and Maurice were on commentary, and, Miz was just burying Cena and Nikki Bella the whole time, and then after they won the match, Miz and Maurice pulled them out the ring. Miz threw Cena into the steel steps, and I think Maurice threw Nikki Bella into, the steel pole or something like that, and then they get into the ring, and Miz cuts another great promo. He says he couldn't take it anymore, being at the commentary table, and how disrespectful that was to true love. He calls Cena's relationship a lie. He spends hours upon hours with Maurice because he loves her. He's truly in love with her. He didn't make her sign a contract, and he and Maurice have been the it couple for the past few years. He saw them succeeding, talking about Cena, so he put his relationship front and center. They couldn't even talk about it on WWE television, but now just excellent timing by Cena that they can now do that. They can now talk about it. Miz said he found some... Oh, no. Yeah, Miz said that Cena found someone who's as money, power, and attention hungry as he is. He called him a robot and a computerized program machine, that his relationship is not real and it's just for television. Maurice grabbed the mic and went over to where Nikki Bella was outside the ring and just looked over the ropes and was like, "Hey, Nikki, take that, bitch," and dropped the mic. Mic dropped on her. I'm like, damn, why y'all have to drop that promo like that? I love what they did there. Miz continues to be strong on the mic, and, they're just building towards that WrestleMania match, which is going to happen. And, so, I don't know. I think it'll be a good match. I think even these guys should be doing something different. I feel like you don't really, I'm sure there's a shortage of time, but I'm sure you could have Nikki Bella versus Maurice, like on the pre-show or something. It's probably going to be like a 30-hour pre-show. And then you could do John Cena versus The Miz, just a one-on-one match. That'd be a nice match in itself, but they're going to throw it all together. I'm not going to completely say it's going to be a bad match. It'll probably be fine, but... So that was that. Renee Young went to Randy Orton's locker room. He came out and said last week he burned Bray's compound to the ground. So what do they think he's going to do to AJ Styles? AJ is not going to be able to stop him, and nobody's going to stop him from facing Bray at WrestleMania. He knows AJ is phenomenal, but if he were him, he'd just run. Taking a shot at Bray Wyatt there. Curt Hawkins tried to call out Dean Ambrose for what he did to him last week. Dean came out. Hawkins immediately got out of the ring to run at him. Dean clotheslined him, finished his entrance, got into the ring, grabbed the mic, no-sold him, and started talking about Baron Corbin. He said he was really out there to call out Corbin, but he's doing lone wolf things. He's not a lone wolf because he's alone. It's because he's a scumbag, and that's coming from somebody like Dean Ambrose, who's probably perceived as a scumbag. Turns out the lone wolf is the neutered wolf, because he doesn't have any testicles. Corbin pops up on the screen again, just like he did last week, and says he knows Dean is stupid, but did he really think he was going to work? He doesn't come to the ring when his name is called. Is Dean really in a rush to get this beaten? He better enjoy what he has, because when he comes for him, he will take away everything from him, including his title. Dean says, well, if you're not coming out here, I'll just have to come to you. And then as he gets out the ring, Hawkins tried to attack him again and called it dirty deeds. So why even sign Curt Hawkins back if he's just going to be a glorified jobber? I mean, yeah, you need jobbers, of course, but they could have found somebody else to do it. You really had to sign this man back to become a jobber? Why? So they did a few cutscenes of Dean, asking where Corbin was and just walking in the back looking for him. Mojo Rawley had an announcement that he says that everybody has their WrestleMania moment, and he saw his tag team partner who's hurt, Zack Ryder, get his last year when he won the IC Championship, but it wasn't his moment. He wasn't burying Zack. He was saying that was great, but now he wants to have his moment. He's announcing that he's the first entrant in the irrelevant Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Ziggler pops up and says, "Oh, you must want to be noticed." And he says everybody wants their WrestleMania moment, but they don't just hand those out. You guys think you guys can just, get everything, and you guys feel so entitled and all this other stuff, and you have to earn a WrestleMania moment. And then Mojo was like, is that why you don't have one? And then Ziggler had this salty face like, all right. You keep reaching for that brass ring, kid. Don't hurt yourself, though. So yeah, Ziggler's still on this burial trip of the new generation, and Mojo is part of that. Man, it would be great, him and Baron Corbin just teaming up, telling everybody to go back to where they came from. Go back to Ring of Honor. Go back to NXT. And Ziggler's gonna look at him like, wait, didn't you come from NXT? And then Corbin's like, shut up. I'm the lone wolf. I go wherever I want to go. And I think that'd be cool. They're not going to do that, though. Baron Corbin's the lone wolf for a reason. Dean was still looking for Corbin. They came back from commercial. And Corbin, we saw before Dean saw him, was in a corner with like a security guard as like a hostage. and he tossed him out there, and he ran into Dean, and Dean just tossed him to the side, like, get the hell off of me, what are you doing? And then, without noticing, Baron Corbin grabbed a steel pipe and smacked him in the back of the leg with it. And, Dean was just in excruciating pain. And then Corbin hit him one more time with it. He went to walk away, and Dean was like, yeah, good talk. That pissed Corbin off. Corbin went back to him, started stomping him out a little bit more, and then dragged him over to this forklift that was conveniently placed in the backstage area. And he put him right up under it and lowered it down on him, choking the crap out of him. He was like impaling him with the damn forklift. It was great. It was different. Something new. Finally, the referees had to, get Baron Corbin away from Dean and get that thing lifted up off of him. They did a report saying that Dean may have bruised or broken ribs and shortness of breath. He can't breathe or something like that. And they transported him to a local medical facility. And if you guys could tell by my tone of voice, that was in quotations. So they're just pretty much trying to sell the fact that Baron Corbin did some damage to Dean. So that was cool. After that, we had Alexa Bliss and Mickie James come out for the Blisseration or something like that. Something about her revealing her opponent for WrestleMania. She said it won't be Naomi, who's not feeling the glow. She's feeling the ow. It won't be Nikki Bella, who is who is being attended to in the trainer's room by her square-chinned or square-faced boyfriend or something like that. It won't be Carmella, speaking of chins. She's under some weird bridge with her chinless boyfriend. And it won't be Chucky, who's Becky Lynch, because no matter what she does and no matter how many times she beats her, she can't get rid of her. And right on cue, Becky Lynch comes out and tells her to shut her face. She says she has her own announcement, a declaration, if you will. She says she's going to take the title away from her at WrestleMania. That's when Natalya came out and said that, told Becky that she's not on her level. And then she said her and Alexa came to an understanding last week that they're both championship material. They both have championship pedigree. And then Alexa was like, Natty, please don't tell me you're trying to get a title shot. You must have gotten into some catnip or something, because you're not getting a title shot from me. And she said, she called Natty the worst there is, the worst there was, and the worst there ever will be. As you know, Bret Hart would say, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. So she took that, flipped it around on her, and used it against her. That was pretty clever. And then Mickie told them all to shut up. She was like, you guys are being so rude. Alexa's trying to announce that I'm going to be her opponent at WrestleMania, and you guys won't let her talk. And Alexa just looked at her like, what? Hold on. Who said I was facing you at WrestleMania? And Mickie just had this look. And I tweeted out a picture of it. I saved it and made a meme out of it. Mickie James had that look when your mom asks you, do you have any McDonald's money, after you ask her to take you to McDonald's. She had that face. She was just like, what? Wait, I thought we had a deal. Like, I thought we was cool. I thought you was gonna give me my no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that no more. Oh man, she just had this look of disdain on her face. Like, she was just so confused. Like, but I thought, wait, no, but we were supposed no. Oh, she was just so angry and so confused and upset. But she put it to the side, I guess, and that's when Daniel Bryan came out. Or whatever. Oh yeah, Natty called Mickie ugly and said she must be embarrassed. They started arguing. Daniel came out, did his best Teddy Long impression, made it a tag team match, playa, and that's when we get the match. Pretty much before that, though, he said that Alexa said that she was the best on the women's roster, so for SmackDown, so she's gonna have to defend her title against every available woman on the SmackDown live roster. That doesn't just mean everybody in the ring. So it's going to be at least a fatal 4-way. But I'm thinking Naomi's going to be back in time. Maybe Eva Marie comes out, and maybe they bring up somebody from NXT or something like that, or two people, who knows. But every woman that would be available on the SmackDown live roster will be in that championship match at Mania. So that title's coming off of Alexa. And I think that's when Naomi will come back. Because he made it a very vague statement. He didn't say it's a fatal 4-way match or a 6-pack challenge. Or he didn't say that. He just said every woman that's available. So we'll see how many women will actually be in the match. But we did get a tag team match. Alexa and Natty started off the match, but they were more into pushing and shoving each other and showboating. And then that's when Becky got tagged in aggressively by Natalya. Natalya forcefully tagged her in. Mickie James got in as well. They didn't want to be a team because Natty told Becky that she's not in her league, so why would she even bother? Becky was in for pretty much the rest of the match, while Alexa and Mickie, who have incredible chemistry together, just worked her for the rest of the match. They're a great team, and Becky was just trying to fight back, but the double team was getting to her. She couldn't get to the corner to tag in Natalya. And Mickie was being extra aggressive in her prevention of Becky Lynch getting a tag. And then Becky finally got the chance to tag Natalya in, but instead she just did her comeback. She said, screw your hot tag. I'm just going to do my comeback myself, and I'm going to take this match into my own hands. And, as she's just setting up for her final moves or whatever, Natalya gets into the ring and German suplexes her out of her goddamn attire. That was it. She just suplexed her out of her dang wrestling boots. That was it for Becky Lynch. She was laid out. And that's when Alexa, who was on the apron, Mickie was like, hey, free tag. A free pinfall victory. Because Natalya walked away. She was like, I'm done. I'm done with this match. You guys can just pin her. Mickie was about to, pin Becky Lynch. And she gets tagged out. And she looks at Alexa like, what was the point of that? And Alexa scurries in the ring to get the pinfall. And then Mickey's just like half foot out, half foot in, to the ring, but I could have just pinned her and I could have got the pinfall and that would have been it. But you just had to steal my thunder. And then Alexa, after they won, she just went and grabbed her hand and she's trying to celebrate with her. Yeah, we did it, yes. And Mickey's just looking at her with that same look like when Alexa told her she wasn't getting the championship match. And as soon as she let her hand go, Mickie hit her with the mitt kick. No more friendship. Yep. And then she grabbed the women's championship belt, held it up, and then she laid it across Alexa Bliss and left. And you could hear her saying, on the entrance ramp, she was like, I guess I have no true friends. And, that's pretty much just getting them away so that they can have a competitive match at WrestleMania. So that was fine. And then we get the main event. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. The number one contenders match for the WWE Championship. The winner will go on to face Bray Wyatt in the quote-unquote main event of WrestleMania. We all know what the main event's going to be, and it's not going to be for the WWE Championship. It's probably going to be for the Universal Championship. Let me not get into that. But, AJ, before, the match started, he got on the mic. He said he took a B show and made it the show. But what does the general manager and the commissioner give him? Nothing. Yet Randy burns down a man's house and gets rewarded for it. He said he was built for the main event of WrestleMania. Not Shane, not Daniel, and certainly not Randy Orton is going to keep him from the grandest stage of them all and making it phenomenal. That's when Randy came out. They had the match. Randy started off in control, went for the kill right away with the RKO. And he was not only overpowering AJ with his strength, but he was methodically taking advantage of him as well. Randy Orton can pick apart an opponent like the best of them can. And he was just dominating AJ. AJ had to get desperate and get the upper hand by taking a shot at Orton's leg. He worked his leg over, I think it was like his thigh or his calf or whatever. He slowed him down. Was able to take advantage. He was doing a good job of that for the majority of the match. It helped AJ to look legit. He wasn't just selling for Orton the whole match, because you could tell Orton's just way taller than him. He just towers over him. So AJ had to do something to get him down to his level so that it just didn't look like Orton was bullying him. So I like that part of the match. But Randy was still fighting back though. It wasn't just like he wasn't getting any offense in at all. He just couldn't, put the torque on his moves like he normally does. But Randy was able to fight back. He finally hit the DDT through the ropes and mustered up enough strength in his legs to do so. Went for an RKO. AJ countered it with a Pele kick. And then he goes to the apron for the phenomenal forearm. And I think we were all thinking, if he goes up for this phenomenal forearm, Randy Orton's going to catch him for the RKO. And obviously AJ thought that as well. Because he bounced on the ropes and Randy set up for the RKO. and actually did the movements to do so. But AJ, being smart, he bounced back onto the apron. He didn't complete the phenomenal forearm because he knew what was coming. We all knew, I think we knew before this match happened they were going to attempt to do that spot. So AJ knew, and he started smiling when Orton hit the ground and he didn't connect on the RKO. So he was just laying on his back. AJ went for the 450 splash, but missed. Orton picked him up, threw him into the air like Cesaro does when he uppercuts you, and RKO'd him. And that was it. He planted a clean RKO for him and got the win in a very, very good match. So Randy Orton, of course, is going on to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. So that was cool. Great main event. Definitely the first time they faced in a one-on-one match. I'm not sure if they've been in tag matches or something. But this was a great match between them. They worked it pretty well. I like the storytelling of it. The physicality of the match was definitely something I enjoyed. And it kept me involved the whole thing. I was, interested and I was invested in the match. Especially with the ramifications, even though I knew Randy was going to win. I hate how WWE is so predictable sometimes, but at the same time, I just tried to enjoy the match for what it was. But, both shows are just trying to build towards WrestleMania, so I don't think we're going to get, extra good shows. But Raw definitely stepped it up this week. I've got to give them credit for that. It wasn't the greatest episode of Raw yesterday, and SmackDown was not the greatest episode today. So I'm going to put a poll on Twitter. Let me know what you guys thought was the better show for the week. And we'll look at the results there and go from there. And I'll let you guys know on Twitter what I thought was the best show. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching both of my reviews, my SmackDown review and my Raw review. I will be live tomorrow with my good friend Daniel, my good friend Robbie, and my good friend Mike. We will be live tomorrow, I believe, on YouTube, kicking off WrestleMania season with our, I think, top 10 WrestleMania matches. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let you guys know on Twitter when we go live and everything. So thank you guys for watching. Slap a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you for all the new subscribers who have stumbled onto my channel and deemed me worthy of a subscribe. I want to thank you guys for that. And I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.